And now, bedtime fishing with Bo. Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's another bedtime fishing with Bo, and tonight, we're at San Joaquin Delta. This should be a fun one. I mean, it's a famous place for fishing at night, and I'm excited to see what we can get into today. Obviously, we have the sturgeon. We can go after some carp. I do have a buzzbait with a shad and a glow-in-the-dark a shad, I guess I already said, but it's glow-in-the-dark, and I'm hoping we might be able to land some striper or some steelhead early on in this evening. But you know, just as we've done before, this will be a good 40 minutes of fishing at night. Hopefully it gets you snoozing, listening to all this, the environment, chatting about fishing and all that, and gets you excited to wake up in the morning and maybe do some fishing on Fishing Planet. But yeah, so we're gonna get started by just tossing out this buzzbait. I feel like I just saw a fish jump over and just seeing what we can get into. And if we don't have much luck, then we'll move around and try to catch some sturgeon and some carp. But I have a decent feeling about this buzzbait. I always seem to catch something there. See, that was a steelhead. But I've got a few different lures with me. We'll switch to a jig head, if anything, if we're not doing very well with the buzzbait. But I just love that top water. Anytime you can use the top water and try to catch something, it's worth it. It's fun to see that fish come up and take it from the top. That was me casting towards that steelhead. Let's see if we can just go in between these two islands off the dock here. See if we can get any. Before this video gets too far along, I did say in our last Weeping Willows Beginner Series 2 video, or the Essential Beginner Series, that I would choose someone from the comment section to do a shout out for in this video, and that person today is oh my gosh, Jamie Rhymes 7684, who says they were stoked when they saw the new live stream in the video yesterday, deep into level 49. It was right on time. I think I may have messed up day one by spotting at arrival and then moving the time to peak, but after minor correction had huge success. 2 days fishing, and I had over a dozen uniques and was halfway through level 50. Thanks so much for all the hard work you put in to make these videos. I have relied heavily on them. By the way, love the alligator gar video on the MDO. A fellow MDO watcher as well. Top notch. Well, right on, Jamie. I'm glad it all is helpful, and finding it. I just, these darn beginner series videos, I have seen people comment over and over again that it's taken them from level 12 to level 46 or whatever, and I'm just so glad that they're being helpful. And I can only imagine that if we ever do a beginner series 3 or something like that, they're going to be even more helpful, so I'm looking forward to it. At the moment, we don't seem to be getting anything's attention with this buzzbait. We might have to change it up, do a little stop and go with the glow-in-the-dark shad on a jig head or something like that before we switch over to some carp and sturgeon. Let's see what I've got. Thinking a 4-aught might be the way to go, but I might regret that. We'll just have to see. 4-aught seems like a good choice for now. Let's cast it back over here where we saw. I still see lots of fish jump over here, which is interesting. Never spent much time other than casting for stripers and whatnot. Off the bottom now, doing a little bit of a twitch with the shad here. Ooh, we're on. Top notch. Boy, that came out of nowhere. He hit that hard. Curious to see what we got here. It is looking like a little striper. Nice. I will take that. A little 9-pound striper. Very nice. 9-pound striped bass. Sweet. Keep that guy. Keep on going. I keep seeing fish jumping. Wouldn't surprise me if we got a steelhead out here but you never know. Cast, big cast, 182 feet. Drop from the bottom here. Oh, and we're on, and he's taking out line. Good night. All right. I feel like when people get to San Joaquin, they're immediately thinking like, oh, I got to go after the sturgeon. And it's easy, especially when you're trying to level up and stuff like that. It's easy to just look at San Joaquin as just an area to go after sturgeon. So that's why I thought it would be fun to start out with something different. I think we got a Chinook on, actually. That Chinook hammered that shad and ran with it. First use of the net here today. Nice little 16-pound Chinook salmon. Top notch. I actually caught a very small Chinook when I was up in Alaska recently, but that video hasn't gone out on the MDO yet. But yeah, it was wasn't quite at this point. It was still very silver. It was out in the ocean, but it was really cool. Put up a good little fight for as small as he was. Pass between these two islands over here. See if we can get anything different. I guess there's 3 islands. Drops to the bottom, and so we're kind of just a little lift and drop until it gets up, and then we'll do a little twitch. Hopefully we still get some action. Disappointing that the buzzbait didn't perform well at all, but you know what? That's kind of what happens sometimes. Oh, okay, right at the end there, a little striper. Top notch, a little bit bigger than the last one, 10.452 pounds. All right. I also brought with me a nighttime spoon, medium spoon, nighttime, which I figured we could try as well. I got a bunch of lures. Didn't want to immediately get into fishing for the sturgeon and carp, so I brought a fair amount of lures just to do. These loons in the back. I'm curious. Oh, a little bass came right at the end there. Why, his little stop and go really didn't work too well, did it? Back to the twitch then. Switch to the spoon, then maybe all these steelhead over here might go after it. See, this is what the coho did, or the Chinook did last time, so it makes me wonder if we got another Chinook. Ooh, I'm not sure. Really couldn't tell what he looked like when he jumped. Ah, it's another Chinook. Okay, I see the red now. He looked kind of silvery the first time. You've got another Chinook on. You know, obviously, if you're going after Chinooks, you could just go to Kenny Creek. But especially with the striped bass and the steelhead and all that. Like, don't forget that these fish exist at San Joaquin. Of course, change the brightness on your TV now. But, I mean, looking at bluegill, we got the roach, you got the Chinook, we got the common carp, which is really one of the, I mean, other than like maybe Tiber River or something like that, one of the first places. I'm not sure when you unlock the one German place. One of the first places you can get a unique common carp is here. You got the common largemouth bass on the right home about, a small smallmouth in here. Steelhead though, unique steelhead, unique striped bass. You know, they're cool fish. There's cool fish in here between the Chinook, the striped bass, and the steelhead. And then the sturgeon is kind of what everyone goes for, and the carp. If you're wanting to go for some carp, pretty easy to catch between just some corn or peas. Switch to the Twitch here. Switch to the Twitch. Seems to be what they're going after. Well, we got a little attention with the shad anyway. Let's do one last cast and then we might switch. Do the spoon or something like that. Yep, no luck there. Alright. Well, let's switch to something else, shall we? Let's do, maybe give the medium spoon a few goes. One, though. One. Try this one. I don't like to pop up the menu, so it's a blast of light for everyone trying to sleep at home. I know there is a way to switch lures that they made for people using controllers, but I've never used it before, so don't know much about it. We are just going to do a little twitch here. Slow down to a 1 speed. There we go. It was just too much of a pop with 2 speed. And it wasn't quite getting that 3-star twitch, but there we go. We're hooked up with something. There's a little smallmouth. Well, okay. Maybe we need to cast towards these steelhead over here. Or maybe the game's just teasing us. It could just be teasing us with steelhead, but this is just not the right time to get them or something like that. Oh my goodness, hit that like a ton of bricks. Good night. Curious what this guy is. Gonna be another Chinook. Honestly, was wondering if we were gonna. No, it's a good striper. Nice. Good to get a unicorn sniper or a sniper. Unicorn sniper on here. Unicorn striper, perhaps. Pulling out line, man. Hiding my drag by 1. Hopefully that helps a little bit. That is one of the fish I'd love to catch a good size one of. Sometime in the near future is a good size striped bass. Something out past 40 inches or something would be sweet. I think anyway. Wait, this is a 40-pound setup, and he is shredding line. So it makes me wonder if we do have a unique on, because he's putting up a pretty good fight. Get a few pumps there. Little net. Come on, baby. That is what I'm talking about. 40 pounds on the dot. The 40-pound setup worked really well, did it not? $3,591, 1,032 XP. Not bad. Not bad at all. That is a beautiful fish. Cannot be not happy about that. Honestly, the model for the striped bass is one of the better ones in the game, I think anyway. But 40.722 pounds. 45 inches. Oh my. Can you imagine catching a 45-inch striped bass? I'm trying to think, like 45. Night. It's a big fish. It's too big for the webcam. it's a good sized fish, man. I'd be pretty stoked about that. Well, top notch. That gives you some scale. Old He-Nil's gonna be happy here. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. What you think there, He-Nil? He-Nil's happy about that. That is a nice striped bass, man. Alright, well, we'll keep that guy. I think I'm happy with that. I was, you know, the steelhead, we've caught Chinook, we've caught a smallmouth bass, we've caught the stripers. I guess the steelhead just isn't meant to be. Let's go ahead and paddle out to our spot over here. What? Shall we? Could we mix it up? Let's mix it up. Do something different. Move over here. I do believe there's a decent spot to catch sturgeon. Right around here. See if we can check the map and see if there's anything that stands out to us. I don't know. Let's cast out over here. See if we get lucky. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm actually going to. Good spot for carp is just out there at that island. And so what I'm gonna do is place this down here. We are gonna take our carp rod, or the one that might catch a carp anyway. We're gonna cast it out over yonder. Lay that down. Take this one. I'll put one close by. Large cut bait, which they said was good for sturgeon. And then third one's gonna have the regular old spawn sack, which is pretty trusty bait. I'm just gonna kind of toss this one out in this direction. I know there's good spots for carp and sturgeon, obviously, and on the whole peninsula we're always fishing on, but I thought we'd mix it up today, try something different. And I guess while we're waiting for those, I can continue casting with our medium spoon here, just in case these steelhead decide they do want to go after a lure. Ooh, got hit by something. Little nibble. Lift and drop now. Oh, another little nibble. Must be getting hit by those small largemouth and smallmouth. Okay, there we go. It's a fish on. It's got to be a Chinook with that. Don't you think? No, it's oh, no way. Let's go. That is what I'm talking about, man. 10.5 pound steely. Finally got one. It took moving spots in a different angle to get it, but we got it. Nice. 930 bucks, 10.5 pound steelhead, 29.4 inches. Nice. Take it. Take it, man. I'm a little surprised that we haven't even had. Oh shoot! Now I know why we haven't had I don't have ringers or anything on this, but we haven't seen anything about fish getting away, so for the sake of the people trying to go to bed out there, I didn't put any bells or anything. Well, no, it's on an alarm. I have the alarm set for 20%, 25%. Okay, put it on 10%. All right, so we just haven't got any bites. No excuse. Well, fish are gonna be hard going. We might as well move on to a different location. Let's move over here and get in the old kayak. Paddle over to Old Faithful. Hopefully it's a little different story. Old Frankenfish kayak does okay. The sound of birds and everything going on. Fish are jumping. Fish are jumping. All right. Let's see if we can land us some sturgeon here. I see the water's moving. Do this. I seem to, even though you'll catch carp right up in here too, I seem to catch more carp off in that direction. I think I will toss this one further than with these other ones. So just cast rattle bank here. Like so. Hopefully we get a little bit of a variety, get some carp, get some sturgeon. But if we don't get any bites, yawning, then we might. Oh, nibbles. Got nibbles. I was gonna say that we might have to change the time. I was hoping if we went after different fish, then we'd be okay. I think we got our first fish on. Ooh. It's a max drag there. Not good. Even then we peaked again. This is on the large cut bait. I decided to do 3 different baits just to see if we would do better on any particular one of them. Could probably be using 5/0 hooks, but we're using the 4/0s. That's 38 pounds, $2,692. I think there's fish on this thing. It's beeping weirdly. So the sturgeon will also go after the duck muscle meat, but carp will as well. So duck muscle meat's kind of an earlier bait that you can get in comparison to spawn sacks, but you will catch a combined carp and sturgeon sort of keep net, which is not bad. The carp pay okay. Not as good as the sturgeon. Yeah. I think we got a sturgeon on here. Maybe a little bit bigger than the last one. Looks a little bit bigger. Yeah, 52 pounds. Nice. $3,663 and 795 XP. Top notch. That is... That's going to be kind of the equivalent of a trophy sturgeon out here. You get 54, 55 pounds, and it's kind of like, as it is right now, it's kind of like a unique white sturgeon. I'll usually, if we're playing, you know, on a live stream, I'll play the unicorns if we catch a 54, 55 pounder. So, yeah, top notch. Some fish right there. Still catching them, evidently. First one on the spawn sacks. Taking out. No, and I'm really not using anything that would be crazy strong for this area. These are the heavy chasers you unlock at level 50. So, not bad. By then, you probably do not want to go back to the sturgeon. But, yeah. Cool. Yeah, we've got a good variety today. If anything, the only thing we haven't caught is the darn carp. Have any baits? They do have corn. Throw some. Buy some peas. See if we get peas on here. I'm guessing the sturgeon bite's gonna kind of be off now, so if we can catch another fish, it'll most likely be a carp, since we've caught 3 or 4 sturgeon just in this little space of time. Which is why the duck muscle meat and the peas are going off right now. There go the peas. Pretty good little fight too. Yeah, if I see that dorsal fin, that's a carp. There we go. Good size one too. Trophy common, 29 pounds on our first one. That's $2,217 or $2,212. 897 XP. That's pretty darn good, you know. That last 52 pound sturgeon we got was what, 594 XP or something like that? So nothing wrong with that, guys. Take a look. So the 52 pounder was 795. That was 897. Not bad. Less money, obviously. 2,212 versus 3,663. But too bad. Take that. The large cut bait has been cut in half. Get the going to it. See, I still think those peas are gonna just keep getting bites. We might get some on the duck muscle meat. Those carp will go after that too. Okay, there go the peas again. awesome. 9 pounds. So I don't know if you've ever gone camping at night by a lake. Good way to catch catfish too and whatnot too. But you can buy these rod stands and the alarms and whatnot for $100 or so, and it's pretty sweet. Just having that alarm, they'll give you a remote that you can put in your pockets. That way, if you're in your tent at night or something like that, and you get a bite, then go off. Watching the little guys now. But yeah, very active. And honestly, especially when I was growing up in Kansas, like channel catfish love carp bait. So if you are going for catfish, but at the same time you just kind of want to catch something fun, using the carp bait in a similar setup as this is a great choice, because you are just going to continually catch fish, unless you just want some sleep. At some point you might just want some sleep. But no, it's a lot of fun. I've definitely 2 times in my recent history been out fishing and been next to guys who were specifically fishing for catfish. You know, have the 3 rods out. In Kansas, you can only fish with 3 rods per person. You know, they have the night crawlers or the liver or whatever they're using, and I'm out there trying to catch carp, and at the same time just catching channel catfish, one after another, and it's so funny. Not even fishing for those guys, but they seem to really like the bait. This would be a peaceful night here at San Joaquin. Still getting a few nibbles every now and then. Old Frankenfish kayak. And honestly, if you are posed up over here, you can catch striped bass out here as well. Using the same stuff we were using earlier, you can just kind of cast it out this direction. You might get lucky while you're waiting for other bites. Say that sounds like versus a nibble or something. Another little guy. Little guy, 10 pounds. I wouldn't mind if every little guy I caught was 10 pounds. See if we can entice anything. Oh, yep, sure enough. Go. The little smallmouth bass. There you go. Little two pounder, but you know, something you can do while you're waiting. Throw a 4th rod out if you got one. To catch something. on the peas. I might fill this one in, switch it with peas, and try again. Carp seem to be the only thing that's biting right now. I could switch the time, but not doing that bad. Still catching fish. Scoot back so we can see which rods are getting bucked. Go. Oh, good size one this time. Get in the net. There we go. Our second unique. Second unique of the night. $3,456, 1,736 XP. I'm talking about, man. And honestly, I think the common carp model is one of my favorites in the game. It's so cool to have two of my favorite models in the same fishing location. I mean, the common carp and the steelhead. Yeah, oh, that's great XP gain for this unique. You could just target unique common carp and big sturgeon. I think you'd be set, San Joaquin. Unfortunately, I think we've caught 5 or 6 common carp, and only 2 of them were heavier than 12 pounds. So a lot of our bait was just catching small. But hopefully slowly making your way to bed. If you're not, I'd just like to remind you that we're now doing something new that I haven't really done a whole lot of. But yeah, if you comment down below on these videos, you have a chance of being shouted out, I suppose, what people call it, in every video. So yeah, comment down below for a chance. Ooh, had something. Go, baby, go. Go. Wait, no, doubling up almost. There you go, doubled up, baby. Seems like a pretty decent sized one. Yeah, a little trophy common, 19 pounds. This guy before it gets off. Little guy. top notch. 8 pounds. Well, I tell you what, I hope your goal was to fall asleep during this, then you certainly have. Otherwise, this has been a fun little evening at San Joaquin, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're not asleep, or if you weren't, that wasn't your goal, then I'd appreciate you hit the like button. And if you're new, obviously hit the subscribe button, because we do lots of zany videos like this. And yeah, like I said, comment down below for a chance of getting shouted out at our next live, or not live stream, but our next video. Always a chance, you know. And join us at our live streams every Wednesday night at 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Central. Would love to see you there. Otherwise, we'll catch you in the next video, everyone. Take care, and as always, remember, everyone,